Hey guys, welcome to Waddler's Art Cabin, and today I'm going to be doing a review on the Spectrum Noir markers. I have 4 boxes here, all with 24 in them, and before I bought these markers I went to YouTube to try and find a video to tell me a lot of information about them, if they were good, what like the price ranges, but I couldn't find a decent video on telling me all the information. Like, some were just colouring, some was a bit of information but it was from a different country. So I thought I'd make a video more based for people in England. Obviously still watch it if you're in other countries because it's a lot of information about these pens, but mainly because where to buy them. So I bought all 4 of these at a place called The Range, and I get all my art stuff from The Range, and it is 2 for £30, which is a lot better than a few other art stores I tried which was selling only 1 box for £30. So you might as well go to The Range and get 2 for £30, which I did. They're really good. They come in lights, darks, pastels and bright colours. I'm going to show you the bright and pastel ones first. So move those out of the way. Here's the brights, and you can tell they are actually really bright. And the pastels, which have a nice pastel-y faint colour. And I want to tell you a bit about the colours. So if I just get one out, which I've prepared here. They're a hexagon shape with a grip on either side, and the one with the bullet nib has a little stripe so you can see it quickly, and that's what that looks like. And on the other side it has a chisel nib. And also I want to tell you about the colours. So each one has a colour and its code on the end. For instance, this one says CG3, so that's the colour, but it doesn't always correspond. So the colour on the tip doesn't always look like the colour that's inside. So I recommend that you do a little tester page like I did. So here, this is, let me just move these boxes quickly. Here we go. This is for my brights, this is my pastels, darks and lights. And if I show you here, so this pen here, CG3, that matches pretty well with the colour, and that's its colour right here. But if I go to another colour, which is here, HB1, this is the pen HB1, and it looks like, it just looks white, but it comes out like a purpley blue. So I recommend you do a test, because a lot of them look red on the cap and come out blue, and it's kind of confusing, and if you look quickly you could mess up your work. So I recommend you have these. Whenever I'm doing a drawing, I have these charts out with me, so if I think of a colour I can quickly turn to here, then look at the number and then find the number on the pen. So I really, it's the first thing you need to do when you get these, is make a little chart like mine. And I want to show you what the pens can do really. So I'm just going to find, here we go. Here's a picture that I did. This is copied from a comic book called The Killjoys, but I chose this picture because mainly of the eyes. So in the comic, the eyes just stood out to me in the picture, so I decided to recreate it with these pens. But before I talk about this picture, I'm going to quickly show you another one that is almost the same, and it should be, it's gone the wrong way in my book. Here it is, it's on the other side. This was done with another brand of markers. This is by Pro Markers. I only had 6 at the time, no purple, so I had to blend blue and red together. But this one came out really spotty and like dots everywhere. It's not smooth, the colour is just so blocky, it really doesn't look nice, and the eyes aren't as vivid or bright, and I couldn't get the same colour on each eye after trying and trying and trying. But as soon as I bought the Spectrum Noir markers, I decided to do the same picture again, and it came out 100 times better. The eyes are so vivid, and it's not blocky, and you can tell the difference. Obviously I haven't coloured it all in, but this was like a little tester page, and it's just so smooth. It kind of looks like it's been printed. I was saying you can very hardly see like the marks of the pen like you would get using a felt tip. And these pens are alcohol based, which means they blend really well. And yeah, so, and also it's the same paper. You have to buy marker paper in order to use these, otherwise normal paper just soaks through and it really doesn't look good. This type of paper holds it really well. And the paper I bought I didn't think would work well, as it was quite cheap. It was 100 sheets for £4.99. And there was like a bigger one next to it for £15, but I thought For a start, I'll just buy the $4.99 one. It works perfectly well. It was from a shop called Smith's, WH Smith's, if you know that. And if you just go to the marker bit, the $4.99 pad works brilliant. That's what I use, and I really recommend that if you're interested. Also, I was going to say about any problems with the pens. So far, I've only found one problem, and it was not major at all. So when I bought my first 2 boxes of them, I came home and I noticed, so I opened the box up and one of the red pens has leaked, and it leaked all over the other pens. So I went back to the shop, they were happy to exchange it. So from then on, I always check every single pen in the box before I go to the go and actually buy it, just to make sure I'm not going all the way home and getting a leak. But it's only ever been one, and I bought so many types of this pen. I've bought the 6-packs and everything. I've never had problems with leaking. I've dropped them, they don't leak. I think it was just like a one-off thing. Also, how to store them. It's very important when you use this type of double-ended marker that you store them properly, because if you stored them standing up, all the ink will run down, and if you want to use the other side, it might be a little bit dry. So I recommend you just store them flat. So right now I don't have a stand for them, so I just store them in their boxes, flat in a drawer. And I'm in the middle of making a shelf for them all to lay flat. And you can also buy a shelf from the actual Spectrum Noir company. They sell them in art stores and get them online. But I decided to make one so I could have little drawers in it and just make it more my style. So that's cool. And I told you to get them in the Range, because that is a really good cheap art store. Well, they don't just do art, but their art department is really good. Almost all my art stuff is from there. I chose these because I saw some reviews online and they seemed pretty good. I chose these over Copic markers because a lot of you who hear about this type of marker will obviously hear about Kopecks first. Kopecks are very expensive. I've never used them before, but apparently they're amazing. But I don't think I need to start using them yet, as for a packet of, if I bought this many Kopecks, it would probably cost me about £70 to £100, when only 2 of these only cost me 30. And the quality of the work is really good. So unless you're gonna be like a full-time paid artist, or you might want to get Kopecks, but it's up to you, because right now I'm really happy with these pens and I don't think I'm going to need Kopecks because these are cheaper, they work really well, and I really like these. And they're actually more widely available, because I've actually looked for Kopecks and you can't find them anywhere, especially around here. So yeah, so I've told you if I've had any problems, why I got them, I made a chart, best places to buy, and that's it really. If I was rating them, I would rate them 4.5 stars, only because they don't have a brush tip, and that's my only reason. There would be 5 stars if not. But a brush tip, if I quickly show you, this is just a cheapy brush tip from Smith's. It's like a paintbrush and it flexes, and I think it could be quite useful when doing these. The bullet tip works just fine, but I'd love to know what it would be like with a brush tip, because you can buy them separately. I think you get 3 in a pack for like £5, so I wouldn't buy a brush tip for every single pen, because that would be, I'd pay a lot more for the brushes than the actual pens. So unless you wanted just to try a few, if you're doing like a special project, I guess that would be fine. But the bullet tip works great. So yeah, this was my video on Spectrum Noir pens. Hopefully it helped you and you found my video, hopefully you found my video helpful and that you buy them, because they're really great. So thank you for watching this video and I'll see you later. Bye guys.